Wow. 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 Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, you just heard a sound. Yeah, it was from my system, not yours. Yeah, you just heard that. Yeah, it happened. That was me unplugging my mouse from its charger, I'll have you know. Yeah, we're gonna enable streamer mode. Yeah, we're in streamer mode. Yeah. Yeah, we're kinda in streamer mode right now. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking we're live. Yeah. Okay. I am going to first post in my server saying we are live. Boom. Boom. That is the first. Oh, wait. Hold on. I fucked it. I'm supposed to post the image with it. You didn't get a ping. The ping did not happen. The ping did not. It didn't happen yet. You gotta wait for the actual ping. You might have thought you just got a ping. You didn't. There was a phantom ping. Okay. Now is the real ping. This is the real one. Boom. Oh my god. We're live. Holy shit. Did you guys see that ping live in real time? Oh my god. Again, then I'm gonna post about it on the Twitters. We have now posted about it on the Twitters. And then get ready to post about it there and there. Okay. Alright. Okay. Oogie. Okay. Alright. Wait, where is my stream? I don't actually have my own stream up on my end to even know if I'm live right now. How am I supposed to know? By the way, I have once again learned how much of a dogshit app the Twitch mobile app is. It is actually the worst thing ever. I don't understand how people use it. It's actually dogshit. It is actually just painful. It is actually just abysmal. Like, actually the worst thing ever created in all of humanity. But it's fine. It's fine. Daijoubu. Now, I said earlier that whenever I start streaming, we pretty much got all day that we can do these memes for. But also in another server I'm in, they're planning to watch a movie at like 6. So depending on how things are looking around that time, I might turn off the stream and go watch that. Maybe come back later, but that might be the plan that goes on here. We'll see how things are when we get to that time. We'll see how things go. You might be wondering, but Wolfborg, you're talking. You've been actively talking this whole time. Why is it still say start? It's because I gotta clear some shit up on my screen, and then we can start. I finished up processing this one person's manga list for the anime planet to Anitransfer script that I coded years ago. I've modified it so that it works for manga. The one annoying thing that I don't really know how best to handle it right now is when it comes to the differences in handling volumes and chapters. Maybe I'll explain it a bit before we get started on the other stuff. See if anybody who watches this or the VOD would have any ideas. Well, one thing I do have to do is I have to not show you on screen the results of that list, or what parts of that list actually say for the results, because they sent me a sample of a shit ton of Boys Love manga, some of the very intense yaoi and Omegaverse stuff, which I don't got a problem with, but it makes it awkward to show it on stream. Okay, it's a little awkward to do that, so that's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is daijoubu. Now the other thing, hold on, wait, I just realized I do not have my camera plugged in. I'm gonna have to do that. That's a thing. And the other thing is, it's fucking hot here, okay? It's fucking hot. I don't know if I want my camera to be on the whole time. I don't even know. Well, we'll see. And the main thing with the camera is just, if I have the camera on, I'll need to have my ring light on. And it's really fucking annoying to have that on, but it's also hot. This is supposedly the camera only scene, right? Okay, and it's not going to work right now because I have to turn on the camera. Boom. Hello. Hello. Hello, we're here. Hello. 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 Oh, shit. Alright, give me 1 second. Move some other stuff around. Whew. Okay, hello. Meme review. No, we're not doing meme reviews here. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Okay, let me move this over to here. I've appropriately pinged people and should be getting notifications for this, so we're all good on that front. Let me get up my program here and I can show you guys what I'm dealing with here. I mean, it's not a bad thing if you see the titles. It's kind of fucking lewd, some of them, though, because, like I said, it's a shit ton of Boys Love yaoi titles. Okay. And I guess we can close this too. We can close that. Alright. What do we got here? We got to show every pony. Yes. Okay. Alright. Cool. Okay. I will briefly explain my problem. If this worked. This did not work. Hold on. I need to turn on the desktop view for this. Where's the desktop view? It's under screens. I made it so I have one scene for each important thing I need, but now I can also just make separate ones for, like, this is for this specific game. This is for the desktop view. I can do things like that. Okay, so here's your desktop view of my shit. Wait, before I do that, Let me make sure certain things will not show up in these other things. Okay, we're good. Oh, this thing I should also move. Okay. Just close that completely. Yeah. Okay. We'll close Spotify. Don't need it open. Okay, we're good to go. Okay. Well, the ultimate plan this stream is we're going to be rebuilding the Land of Lustrous card game in Tabletop Sim. It's going to be the first time building one of these workshop things for Tabletop Sim. So that's the main thing we're going to learn. I already can tell the basics of it is probably going to be easy to like import the images of the cards. And then if you just read the rules of the card game, it's easy enough to just manually play it. But that's not cool enough. The cool thing that we want to do is script it so that it's easier to have the game set up and have the rules pop up in like a certain like area like some of the other ones do in certain ways after we fully understand the rules of it. So that's essentially what we're going to set up. We're going to be setting up all of that and set it up properly so it's a nice little thing. And it'll be a nice little thing for the community. Because I don't believe people have set this up for Land of Lustrous yet. People have set it up for the game that this card game is based on, Love Letter. But I don't think they made it work specifically for Land of the Lustrous. And I think even the Love Letter one doesn't fully work scripted or something like that. I don't remember. From what I briefly tested, it didn't look like it did, so. In any event, we're going to build our own to get that working. But to explain the other problem briefly that I was having with the project, okay? Hold on, let me just turn this down a smidge. Okay, let's explain the brief problem that I've been having here. The brief problem I've been having is this, okay? I have my Anitransfer script that I was using before, and the point of it was to convert lists from Anime Planet. So Anime Planet. Lists from Anime Planet, convert to AniList. Okay? That's the goal, is to convert these things. We're converting from Anime Planet to AniList. I'm not going to go into the full details of how my scripts work because it'll take a while. But the main thing is the only way to import into AniList right now is to have a MyAnimeList export. That's the only way to import to AniList right now. So you can export from Anime Planet, but the format will not work for importing to AniList. Hold on one second. I want to put this up a bit. Just a smidge. Just getting annoyed with it. I think I made it worse. All right, you're going to stay there for a second. Nope, that way. There you go. Maybe that made it better? I don't know. Maybe. Okay. So, you have to have a MyAnimeList export in order to import to AniList. But if you're starting from Anime Planet, you don't have that. So my script converts your Anime Planet list to a MyAnimeList export, essentially. So technically speaking, with this script, you could both import to MyAnimeList or AniList. Technically speaking, it's more accurate to call this a Anime Planet to MyAnimeList converter, but it also has the effect of, well, if you do this, you will also just be able to import to AniList. And that's actually the more important thing I give a shit about. Fuck MyAnimeList, you guys move it over to AniList, okay? That's my more important thing. But here's some problems related to this, okay? The big one being the differences in titles on these things. So Anime Planet only stores things in its exports as their official titles. Dungeon Meshi, Delicious in Dungeon, only shows up as Delicious in Dungeon. Whereas for MyAnimeList, it'll show up as, like, its ID. It'll show up as its ID number, and potentially the name or whatever. But I think for the export, I think I can see it in here. Where's an export? Like, this is an export, for example. Like, it'll show the manga title, but it'll also show the ID. And the ID is actually the important part. Yeah, the ID is the important part for the import process. Because I believe AniList doesn't really care about the title. It is more looking for the ID. because I think it uses whatever its API stuff is in the background. It's like using that ID to confirm what title they're supposed to match to on their end. And because of API delays and all, I have an API. I have it working in the script so that I can connect to the MyAnimeList API. I also have it working so that I can connect to a third-party API in case you can't get that to work for you. It's called the GCAN API, but it also works for searching through MyAnimeList. The important thing is that they will help you search, and then the script will help try to automatically identify matches between the Anime Planet title and all the available titles on the top searches of MyAnimeList through its API. If it can't find a match, then you have to do manual confirmations. So for the manga list, to make it easier, because this person had apparently 400 yaoi titles or so that it did not automatically match, and so you have to go through and manually confirm them, I programmed it so that there's now also an option where if you go through them manually, you can add a flag so that it will open the search result for that title on Anime Planet and MyAnimeList at the same time, so you can visually confirm what's supposed to be what. Everything about this is fine. I got everything working with the manga script working fine. I finished processing their stuff manually fine. But here's the last remaining problem, and I don't know if there's a good solution for me for this. Anime Planet, when you're dealing with manga, you can only choose to track... Am I signed in? I'm signed in. You can only choose to track the number of volumes or the number of chapters. You can never pick both. You can't pick both. So if you switch it to chapters, your volumes get set to 0. This is no problem, really, if they were always using chapters. But most sane people track by volumes. At least I think you're more sane if you do. I mean, I guess it makes sense to track by chapters if you're reading a weekly release, but most people tend to be reading by volume. I would assume. Maybe I'm crazy in assuming that. Maybe it's just because I do. But anyways, the problem is then, now, this person will have hundreds of titles that are tracked by chapters, not by volumes. So right now the numbers are fucked because I tried a solution. I had assumed the real one we want to fix for this is the ones that are completed. Because the titles that are marked as completed in their Anime Planet list, it should just default to whatever the max is on AniList. But it doesn't. It will... So, like, this person marked the volumes they completed. Let's say they've marked something as completed, and the completed thing has 3 volumes. It will say on AniList that you've completed 3 volumes, but AniList doesn't actually give a shit about that, like, as a main demographic of, like, things you completed for it, visually, and I don't think there's a way to change it. So, for instance, if I can show this, for instance, here is a couple of my manga anime list stuff, AniList, and, you'll notice these are all just chapters. These are all chapter listings. Doesn't matter if you put volumes. You can list volume progress. This number means nothing except for background data. It isn't displayed anywhere, and I don't think you can actively choose which one gets shown. I don't believe so, at least. I don't believe you can. No. Lists. No, I don't believe you can. Unless I'm dumb. You know, okay. So I'm pretty sure you can't. And what that means is that there's nothing that they can do for you. If you were only watching by volumes, and then you tried to store that information by volumes. It will not get moved over. Well, I mean, the data will get moved over, but the chapters will not be auto-corrected as well. So, when I do a test import of their list to a fake profile of mine on AniList, the results are, they're all there, and the ones that are completed are marked as completed, but it says they've read 0 chapters out of the total. So they'll be marked as completed, but it'll say you haven't read any of the chapters. And so I tried a solution just now before starting the stream where I make it so that it just defaults those values to really insane high, like, amounts. if they're completed, which does work if you're manually putting it in. So there's two things. If you manually put it in a higher value than there is supposed to be for a series, and you try to say, I've read that many chapters, you hit complete, it's going to correct it to whatever the actual maximum is. And also, if you had it marked as complete, but it said 0 out of a maximum, and then you change the status to complete and saved it, or like if you change the status to something else, then change it back to complete and save it, even though you didn't change your numbers, it will default it to the max number. Because if you mark something as complete on AniList manually, it will correct it to the maximum number of volumes and or chapters. The problem is, if you're importing, they will just leave it at whatever value is there. So if you've marked as complete, the import process does not actually correct for that max value. And that's something that where I feel like the easiest solution would be to ask AniList to like fix that on their end. And they might be able to. Because they're able to do it if you try to manually say you've completed it. But they just don't do that during the import process, it seems. And so maybe that's something I should just ask them to fix. But in the meantime, I'm trying to think of like what solution I would do for that. And in my mind, the best solution, I can't do much about the ones that you have in progress, like that you're actively reading or that you have paused, but for the ones that are completed, and the reason why I say that is because if you're like in volume, if you only track by volumes, neither of these websites are going to know how many chapters that amounts to. And even if they did, they might consider them different amounts based on the platform you're on, you know, because bonus chapters and whatnot. And so the assumption should just be if you tracked by volumes and you don't have it completed, whatever data you gave it is what you get. So if you didn't track by chapters before, then you just get whatever AniList shows you on there. And that's whatever. However, if it's completed, we should find the maximum amount. Now, there's two ways we could do this. I think the best ways you could potentially do that. One is to go through the MyAnimeList API for all the titles that have been completed, and from all the titles that have been completed, you essentially go back through them, find the max amount of volumes it should have through the MyAnimeList API, and then populate that in. So that's a potential thing that I could do, but I would have to get the status of it from their list every single time. So I could try that right now real quick before we get into the land of the lustrous memes, I guess. Let me find it real quick. So, well, first of all, let's just run it real quick. Okay. So we got 1,080 entries here. 330 we were not able to find at all. That's fine. We don't have to worry about those. And actually, when I tested importing it, they just don't show more things afterwards. They just don't. When you import it in, AniList does not find some of them. Some of them are actually just an error on their end, and I don't think I could do anything about. Like one of them was legs won't walk or something like that, and the problem with it was just an apostrophe that on the AniList import side it did not recognize, so it did not import that one. Hold on, wait. Do I have? Well, let me open up my fake thing, my fake AniList importer. I will not be able to show you the physical page, how it looks once you are done importing because reasons. With all the covers. I guess I could show if I don't show the covers, but I'd have to just make it so that it defaults to not show covers. Oh yeah, and I can't show you the home page too, because those also show on there. Okay, so if I go to my lists, I clear the lists. No, not the score. I don't care about the scores. Delete the list. And then delete the list. Failed to delete list. Okay, I probably typed it wrong. Okay, we cleared that. Now if I go there, boom, that's all gone. I don't know if there's a way to clear activities. I could just delete them. There's not that many. Okay, so I have a fake AniList here fake AnyList that I can use to test out this kind of process thing. And so what you would do is, well, first I'll just make sure this process does not show any weird system things when I do it. Go to import it. Import list. We gotta import manga list. And this is in the... Actually, I think I just drag and drop from the folder. Okay. So we got to drag this one in, this one specifically. Actually, not this one. It'd be the newest generated one, because that one had all the other things. Okay. Eventually, I will also modify my script to just automatically move them into here with the new names and stuff, but right now I haven't, so deal with it. Deal with it! Deal with it. Okay, when I go to import it, it'll tell me a bunch of them are wrong. How many, though? How many are wrong? Well, let's see. Let's see how many are wrong. Can I just, like, do new text file in here? Okay, there you go. And there are 109 entries that are wrong when you do that, too. And again, at that point, I don't think there's anything I can do about it. The problem, though, is I think some of these are just on their platform. It just doesn't show them when I do the import. And I don't know if there's a way to fix that. Let me see. So, like this entry. That entry is on there. Some of these entries, it just won't find, even though it should, by all means. By all means. Like, they're on the platform. Oh my god, I can't show that either. I'm trying to find an example I could show, but most of them are very, you know. Okay, like this one. This one's on there. Call Me the Devil, that's on here. It's not marked as... I thought maybe it was because it's all the titles marked as dull. It's not. It's there. And, yeah, it's here. It's the same name. It's literally Call Me the Devil, right? It's on here. Call Me the Devil. There's no weird characters things. It's just there, but it won't work. And I can only assume it's because of, the process that AnyList does, I'm assuming, is based on my AnimeList API stuff they largely do. That's my assumption, and I can kind of check it here. Call me the... So, yeah. So, like, this ID number is different than the AnyList number. I don't know if that's necessarily an important factor, though. So, for example, if I look up Baby Dragon, and then I hide my screen so that you guys can't see whatever I'm about to look at, because I don't know what's actually going to show up. Oh, actually, you just type in the ID at the end. Oh, wait, was that one wrong, too? Baby Dragon... No, that's a different one. Okay, well, maybe on the... Okay, all right. I understand now. Okay, so on the ID front of things, on AnyList, they will not be different. I'm sorry. The IDs will be different. So the ID on AnyList is going to be different than my AnyList one. But they do check during the import process, I believe, to find them during the import process. Because it has to be. Because they're not checking by title. Because if they were checking by title, then Call Me the Devil would have shown up. Call Me the Devil. It's like the top result is right here. So it would have picked that one by default if they were doing it by title. So clearly they're not confirming it by title. They're confirming it by the MyAnimeList ID, which is important during the import process. You can't have it go through without a MyAnimeList ID with the file when you go to import. That's the whole reason why I had to set up the MyAnimeList API and all the structural setups for it and all of the searches. because you have to have a MyAnimeList API with it. So I can't do anything about these ones. I don't know why I failed to import them. They are on, most of these are probably on the platform, but it just wouldn't work for them. So I don't know what to do about that for this person other than just copy it there and say, hey, sorry, this part didn't work either. You gotta manually add these in. I don't know what to tell you. So that's a thing. Any list failed. Converted. Any fries. And list failed. .txt. Okay, that's what I call that one. And then we'll put it in that folder. Reveal in file previewer. Okay. All right. Now, again, the main thing I can think of to try to fix the problem regarding the differences with the volumes and completed chapters thing is to just... We would have to populate the number of chapters that it seems like they got from the MyAnimeList thing. So let's try it. Look at MyAnimeList search. MyAnimeList. That's the actual bring up the search page thing. That's the GCAN search, which we're not using right now. But I will have to apply the same thing for the GCAN search as well. So we're getting the search. We're getting the num chapters here. This is what we want. Okay. But we only want this to apply if it's marked as complete. And the problem too is I would have to have these on cache. I would have to have a cache of these chapter numbers. I think that was the issue that I came up with. Because I can't do anything about that, right? I have to have, if I really wanted to do it like that, I have to have... Because otherwise it has to manually go through every single completed title. How many titles are completed on this list? Well, let me check, because I have my fake list that has imported all this already, so I can see how many titles are completed. 268 titles are completed. 268. And I don't have to manually go through all of them. Well, it really just has to process it for a while, which is annoying though, but I'd want to keep a cache of it as well. Okay. Alright. Well, I guess I can set that up. Okay, so let's... Essentially, at a certain point, we want to check if it is completed. If an entry is completed. And it would not be at this point, because at this point we're only dealing with the name. So it would have to be before that. But then we would also want to return completed. We will assume completed is false. Wait, where is this? Okay, during the search. Actually, wait, do I return more in the search, or I return the selection? The selection returns... It will return the prompt, which returns... Why did I set it up like this? What was wrong with me? It will either return the mal ID... I think that's it. It just returns the mal ID. Okay. Yeah, so we're getting an ID in some way. Okay. Well, then in that case, I could always do another search of the API later on to only get for that ID. To grab for that ID the number of chapters. And I guess number of volumes. I could do both of these things. Really, I only really am concerned about the number of chapters, though. If I could get the number of chapters, well, I could just have it say that we got them. Okay. Okay. Alright, I think we'll do that. Wait, fuck. How do I use the My Anime List API to just get for one title? My Anime List API. Like, I have the specific ID. So how do I do it with their, according to their documentation? According to their documentation. Wait, where's my actual thing here? Okay. Okay, so we need it for a specific ID. So we're not doing a search anymore. We know what we're looking for. Here we go. Manga/manga ID, and then I can... So maybe that will just get me the info from there. Get manga details. Okay. Okay, alright. So it's the ID and then the fields that we want. Alright, so we could do that easily. Okay. So, like, for instance, I could take this, and I can do similar somewhere else. I mean, I'm going to want all of this, I think. So let's try this. Okay. Mal chapters. Get. Alright, mal chapters. What did I call this before? Mal search. Alright, get mal chapters. I'll just write that. We'll do this. We'll modify this. So we're going to pass it an ID. Mal ID. I don't need the query thing quoted like that because we don't need to deal with that. There's going to be a manga slash and then the mal ID. So it's going to be like this, right? Mal ID. Boom. That's our URL. The fields that we need, we're just going to want... I mean, we really only need number of volumes and chapters, I guess. No, we won't even need media type because we'll already have everything with that. So we could just literally remove all of this. We won't need any of this. Just number of volumes and chapters. And even then, we won't even really need these. I don't know if we need the SW true to be there. We needed it for search. I don't know if you do if you know the ID. I think if you know the ID, you're just going to get it. Also, we start off with fields, right? Yeah, question mark fields, and then all of this. And then I'll leave it on, and it'll probably just give me an error if it tells me that it doesn't want that. Mal ID. Okay. I haven't even started on the, wait, mal file? Where was mal file there? Where was mal file? Oh, it's because I would have used it later on. For... What does all this mean? Okay, hold on. This is the search query thing. And then we get a file in a JSON file of the results in the end. Yeah, returns the JSON encoded content. Okay. If we found it. Then here we load that stuff into mal data and we read it. If the data is 0, we found no searches. Okay. I mean, I guess that's fine for us to use too. And then we do the rest. Okay, I guess I could copy this kind of stuff too. And then just remove some shit. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. My whole thing is I have to use this function somewhere else because this process has to all happen and then later on we do this thing. Okay, I might just be readjusting this later, but let's see. Okay, so this, we can remove most of this, I think. So like the option selection stuff we don't need. We will be returning a number. So like, let's say by default it will be num chapters equals, let's say it's 0, because that's what it'll be by default. No matter what we're returning, return num chapters. And in between we might populate with something else. So let's say here, this. Okay. No, found no entries. We'll say ID. Turn false. Okay. If we found it, if we found for data, it should just... Hold on. Is there a way for me to run a test now without it killing everything? Okay. The annoying thing is just the mal API stuff means that I have to use a specific client ID for it. I wait, I know what I can try, I think. Oh no. Okay, well, I guess instead of the main function, I can run a test of that, right? So I could just do, instead of main, we could do get mal chapters, and then we could just put it in. Wait, no, but we need, oh no, wait, all that stuff is going to get passed in, right? Wait, where's main start? Main starts here. We give it all this. Data equals args.manga list. Okay, that's all fine. We don't need that. Because the other stuff we needed is all loaded up here. Okay, so we're fine. Then we can do a test here. Get mal chapters. And then we can, mal chapters equals. And let's give it a test ID. And let's say we give it a test ID of, we need something completed. So like this one. Let's say we go for that one. We'll give it that ID. Let's make it a string because I believe it has to be passed in as a string for this. Actually, no, well. Yes, it does have to be passed in as a string. So we'll add it as a string. Okay. Alright, and then we'll just print mal chapters. Probably. And then, I mean, actually, I don't even have to print it. We could just have it print in the function itself, I think. And then... Okay, so num chapter 0. Okay, now the other thing, this whole assuming match bullshit, we don't need to deal with that. Don't need that. The 4 entries thing is the one that I feel like, I don't know, because I know for search, it'll give you multiple things. I don't know if you're going directly to an IP, if it will give you multiple things in the same format. So we have to test that first to see what it looks like. It looks like in the example documentation... Which one is it supposed to be? Is it this one? It doesn't show you what it does. It just shows you the query. Response. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so it'll look like this. Okay, in that case, we don't have to be filtering through all the entries because it will just be the one entry. All right, so then that will be fine. I don't have to go through all of them. Yeah, because I think for this one, or it's just doing a search of Berserk, is doing a query, it's going to show multiple things, and each one's a node, and then that's why I had to do that. For this, we don't have to. In fact, it's not even going to be in a data thing. It's all just going to be there. Okay, so we can just get rid of this, right? Yeah, we don't need this. We don't need any of this, I don't think, yeah. And we don't need this. So we just need mal data. So num chapters. Mal data. Num volumes. And it's going to have these here, right? Yeah, num chapters, num volumes. Okay. Num chapters. If we need to return both, we can, but I don't think we really do. I'm only just adding this there just to, like, see it real quick. All right, let's see if this will work. Okay, we don't need the optional thing with it because it's only going to do that thing that we told it to do. Actually, we don't even need to give it this. Right? Do you? No, I'm pretty sure you don't if I'm having it run through the other thing. So if I just do that. Okay, okay. So you are required to put it in there even if I do this. Okay. So if I just do this. Okay, I have to adjust line 526. Is that what that says? No, that's where it starts. Okay. It wants to be if length data. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. 317. Yeah, okay. It should just find it. Otherwise, it would give us a 400 thing, right? Or some kind of thing. So we could just assume it's found. Right? Wait, hold on. Actually, if I give it a test thing, can I give this thing a test thing where it wouldn't find it? Does it say here what responses we would get? 200 means it's okay. And that's pretty much all you get out of that. What about when it doesn't find it? Common status. Not found V404. Okay. I guess if status code equals that. What is 400? 400 is bad request. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay. All right. It will find it, though, because we found it in the search, right? So it should be fine. Okay. So I could just remove all that. And we can just assume this is what we're doing. Okay. Now we run it again. We run it again. Why? What is your fucking problem? Num chapters. That's what it says, right? Hold on. What's your fucking problem? Hold on. Get manga. It's right here. Num chapters. That's what it says. In mal data. Is the mal data thing not correct? Dumps. Mal file. Well, fuck it. We could just print that too. We can just print that and see what that says. It'll give us the error. Okay, wait, so this didn't find it. Oh, wait, I'm not appending the thing, am I? No, I am appending the thing. That's being appended. It is being appended. And we do fields, and we're looking for num values, num chapters. The fuck is your problem? Hold on. They do question mark fields equals, and we do, oh, we do and fields equals. We have to do question mark fields equals for this. Okay, we got it. We got it here. What, did this just make a log? Oh, it made an empty log when I did that. I have to fix how the logging works in the script. Okay. So this says there's 6 chapters and 1 volume for whatever the series is. Okay. All right, well, that's fine then. So, okay, so I can remove this. We don't have to show this anymore. We technically don't even need the num volumes. I'll just leave it commented out in case I ever need it afterwards. I guess it would work the other way around too, where, I mean, it's fine. For Annulus, all they really care about is the number of chapters, so it's not as important to deal with the number of things. Okay. All right, so now I have to take this, and I have to do this for each of the completed titles, once we know that it's good. Okay. So, for each of the completed titles, so if we know it's completed, so okay. We do the search. Okay, so here, for each of the entries, after we've confirmed and found an ID at some point, so we'll have an ID at this point. Found ID, found ID. Okay. And then the mail ID will be from found ID. Okay. So at this point, here, because we're still in the for each of the entries thing, if Found ID. Oh no, actually no, we would just check the status, right? If stat. Wait, we're assigning the chapters and stuff here, but we don't here. If stat equals completed when num chapters is actually going to be get mal chapters. Now that's through the MyAnimeList API. We would need that to be adjusted for the GCAN API, but for now, to get this working for this person's thing, I can just add in the MyAnimeList one and then do the GCAN one later. So for this, we make this string of the... Actually, I don't think it has to even be a string, because found ID, I think, is already going to make it a string. We just do that. Num chapter... Actually, it'll be this. It'll be this. So if it's completed, then we get the ID of whatever the series is. And that'll give us the maximum number of chapters it's supposed to have, and then assign it there at that time. That's supposedly how that should work. Supposedly. Allegedly. Allegedly. So then we'll know if it's completed, then override whatever is there, most likely because they'll have only marked volumes completed, and so this will correct it and correct for the chapters that need to be completed. Okay. So, alright. So let's run it. Oh wait, we also have to use a delay for API stuff. How do I add in the check for the delay? Let's see. Delay check, API delay. Is there other places where I did it? Or is it just there? Oh wait, this is at the end of all of them, right? If cache is false, then we know that we ran an API check for that, and there will be a 4-second delay with that. I would also need to do it for this thing too, right? This would also need a check if we did it like that too. So I would just add in a delay check here as well. And the delay check specifically, just to make sure my logic with this is right, time now, you give it the delay of the time, which is I think we set to 4 seconds with the script. Then you have date time now, when it started, the date time is seconds total and the difference. If the seconds is less than the delay, then you sleep for the difference. Okay. But what is the... Oh, global queue time. Okay, whatever queue time was. So queue time is... starts at like the beginning time, and then every time we go through the check, we reset it. Okay, I understand. Alright, so we added the delay so that we're not going to get banned by the APIs whenever we do it. Right now, this is only working for MyAnimeList, though. Which will be fine for running for this script. But, yeah, okay. So we can bring in main back, do this, get rid of that. Okay. The cache-only thing will be ignored because we're doing the chapters thing. At least for now. Let's see if it'll work. Let's see if it'll work. Cache-only. Goes through. Okay, there will be second delays, 4-second, or some kind of second delays. Normally the process when it's cache only just goes really fast, but because we're having it also check and confirm the max number of chapters for each completed title, it has to do this. Now, as we saw before, there's something like 230 titles that it has to complete, or that are completed that it has to check. And so in that case, let's say it's like 230, it's going to be 4 seconds each, divided by 60 seconds a minute, that's 15 minutes. It's going to take 15 minutes for that to process, apparently. Right? Is that how that math would work? Pretty sure that's how the math will work. Okay. So that's going to be processing for a bit. We can leave that on in the background while we work on our other things. We can leave that running in the background while we do other things. Alright. Let's get started with the tabletop sim meme, I think. Let's get started. Actually, well, hold on. I kind of want to cancel it to check to see the progress, but I actually won't actively know the progress with this. We won't actually know the progress until we're it's done, because then it would, because I don't have it saving to a file right now. We would want it to save to the like cached file every time, but right now it's not doing that. So right now it's just manually doing that for all completed titles, which again they have like around 230 of. So okay. All right, let's get started with the tabletop sim meme. So let's open up tabletop sim. Land Lustrous card game. We got the cards. Oh my god, I hate that sound for tabletop sims opening thing. We have scans of the cards that we're going to be using. These versions are in Japanese. I can always edit them later to not be in Japanese. But I think we can also just script the cards to say certain things when you hover over them on tabletop sim as well. So we'll script that in too. We have the rulebook, translated rulebook here too, with translations of what's supposed to say on cards. So we should be fine with that. All of these have the English names of the cards, along with the Japanese names, and then like the effect is the main thing we want translated, which is the actual effect. I also have to fully read through the rules to understand how many cards of each is supposed to be in there. But the main thing we want to start with is we're going to create a single player thing. I'm going to do, well, we're not starting a new workshop thing. We're just here. We'll change the table. Let's say it's a hexagonal table for now. I've never made one of these things before through Tabletop Sim and added them on there, so you'll be here with me together during this process. So let's add cards. I think I had heard if you're adding a deck, there's a format you're supposed to add them in. But we'll see here. It wants type rectangle rounded. Hold on. Well, I have all the physical images downloaded already, so we can always import them in. But let's see here. Okay. Okay, so tabletop sim custom deck. Okay, how do we do this? I think I had seen there's supposed to be a format you have to have them in. Deck templates. Okay. This says, this is the simplest way to create a card sheet. Place your card images into the relevant template and then save the resulting image. In your Steam install directory are two general use templates for creating a card sheet. There's another one, a deck builder tool. Tool is a little more complicated, but allows for control over the number of cards per sheet. So the deck template means I'd have to like edit it in like Photoshop and put them all on there one by one. And each one is a card? Is that what that means? But if I do it from Deck Builder, that might be easier because I can just put it through that, right? Is that what that means? Okay, well, either way, I have to find the thing, and they're all in the Tabletop Sim folder, so let's go there. Browse local files. Okay. Alright, so this thing is in modding and then Deck Builder. Okay. Do you want to open TSDB files? Sure, whatever. Right, let me hope nothing weird happens when I do new deck. Okay. Alright, deck size, width, and height. Is this supposed to be number of cards? Or is this supposed to be like actual length of the cards? I guess I can make one and see. Nothing happened. I see nothing. Nothing happened when I did that, actually. Like, nothing happened. Nothing happens in general with this program. I don't see a single thing with this program. Okay. New deck. Old Java version? What the fuck? Okay, well, I feel like this is not working. Maybe if I open it as admin? New deck. Nothing. Yes, I will close this tab. I don't know, 5 by 5. Oh, still nothing. Is it me? Like, is it me? Did I do something? Tabletop sim deck editor not working. Am I supposed to just drag the images in? Is that all I do? If I know my deck is only going to have 20 cards, I might choose a 5 by 4 so that the cards' images are bigger. Okay. Essentially, the more cards in a deck, the worse the image quality of each card. Okay, that's true. We'll just decide on deck size. This is the default a lot of people use. Okay. Deck builder. Not working. Mine's just not working, though. Deck builder blank. Mine just doesn't work. I don't know what I'm doing. Deck builder does nothing. I don't even look up the problem with this. Can't make new deck. I can't see anything when I do it. What the fuck? Is it because Tabletop Sim is running? Do I gotta close it? It can't be it. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I can't use the deck builder. Unless I reinstall, maybe? Do I have to reinstall the game? Should I just reinstall the game? Can I try that real quick? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it, reinstall the game. Remove. Oh, just uninstall. Uninstall. We'll reinstall it. Fuck it. Okay. Alright, put it in there. Put it in the D drive. Did I even have it in the D drive before? Or? Okay. Alright. How's the processing going on this one? I forgot at some point I removed it showing the count, so I don't actually know how many are left for it to process. Did I say boy boy threesome twice? What was the boy boy threesome one? Bad title found. Bad title. Oh, skip, because it's skipping by default. Okay. So it's just double error messages for ones it can't find because they're bad titles. Okay. I gotta clean all that code up later. Now let's launch it and see if it's fine now. Actually, I probably shouldn't launch it if I'm trying to use the deck builder, but whatever. Okay. Manage. Browse local files. Modding. Deck builder. Or deck editor. Whatever. Still nothing. What do you want me to do? Then die. Automatically check for a new version. You have the latest version. Well, the latest version breaks. It broke. Fix crash when loading. Blah, blah, blah. Ability to see card. I can't see anything right now. Is it a Windows thing? Clear cards. Add cards. Okay, it does show things now when I do that. It lets me add existing cards into that. New deck. Still nothing. Yes, I'll close this tab. Yes, I'll close this tab. Alright, well clearly we can't use the deck editor for this, so we're going to have to open up the deck template here. These ones, or these ones are the ones we're going to want to use. We don't need it to be this size, though. Hold on. Custom deck.info. Customers can be any aspect ratio. The game just cuts whatever image you apply to the 10x7 grid. You apply it into the 10x7 grid. Okay. Okay. Wait, any aspect ratio. I don't understand. Okay. If I were to manually make it, we want the best quality for these cards that we have. We have... How many cards do we have to import here? Right here, this one. We have 17 cards that we want to bring into this. So, let's say we make it a... what'd you do? Fucking... Because right now it's 10x7, right? Why don't we just do this by this? What is this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9x2. Can I do that? Will allow me to do that? Custom deck. Do I have to use it at this size, or does it matter? Because the program, the deck builder program, let me build it at whatever size. I didn't have to do it by 10x7. Okay, tabletop sim, custom deck manual. Manually create. Okay, that's not helping. That's the same one. What was this? Was this video?
Oh, I have this here, which is a bunch of cards that I have for this game, arranged in that 10x7 grid that it'll be expecting. And the actual ratio isn't as important as the fact that it's expecting. It's going to divide.
Wait, what just happened here? What just happened here? Oh, because there's an ampersand. Where's the ampersand? In what? In text? In what text? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Jesse? Cannot serialize 6. Type int. Oh. Okay, we'll just make it a string. We'll just make it that, right? Because I'm pretty sure the error would be happening related to this. Probably number 6 is the ID. What is the my enemy list thing for 6? 6. There's nothing there. What happened? Cannot serialize 6. 6 what? We talk about 6. Oh wait, are we talking about the number of chapters in the end? Hold on. Wait. But you were supposed to be doing this the whole time. You would have given me this error a long time ago if that was a problem there. If that was a problem there, you'd be telling me this ages ago. Let's say string num chapters. Okay, let's just say we do it like that. But this says if ampersand in type, and then this happens. So I don't even think that this is the problem here. During handling of the above section, another exception occurred. ET2 root. This error was not happening before all of this, so it must be related to the new thing I added. Alright, escape data. Just trying to serialize something. ToString. DOM equals made it. Okay, so when it tries to convert it in the end, it did not like something about one of the things. Probably it's just the fact that we... Okay, alright. It went through everything, and then in the final thing, it got mad. So it must just be that we're not converting the numbers to strings at the end for the number of types here. It must just be something like that. So if I just... Actually, I just convert them at the end of it, right? That's what I did. I mean, I could do it again just to make sure, but... It has to be something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be this, I don't think. But I think I did that too. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Because it was fine up until then, so I can just convert that. Get mal chapters. Yeah. And then that'll be fine. Yeah, okay. We do have to process all of that again, though, because it only happened... It only happened once that was done. So it does have to reprocess all of those again, which is annoying. That it has to wait. All because I didn't set up a cache for that. But that's fine. Okay. We can just continue on this thing.
The width of your image by 10 to get the width of a card, and then the height by 7 to get the height of the card. In this particular instance, these cards are actually just repeated a bunch. It's like the same 8 cards over and over. And I actually generated this using a program called Nandeck, which I'm not going to get into here, but I would love to, in the future, talk a little bit about how I use that tool
link it?
kind of in conjunction with Tabletop Simulator. But all you really need to know here is this is an image. It's a really big image, and if you had a deck of cards that you wanted to import, you would simply need to align your cards into an image like this before you import it, using whatever Photoshop or GIMP or whatever.
The number of cards we're going to need in a deck is the important thing, because I can't just put one of each element in it and just do it like that. I have to put them all together on the one sheet. So I believe we get 16 basic cards, but some of them are extra copies of them in each of them. So, like Phospholite, I think there's going to be 4 of them. I'm sorry, 5 cards. 5 Phospholite cards. And there's one of each of those. One of each of those. One of Cinnabar. One of Mofu. One of this Phospholite. I don't know how to deal with this Phospholite and the other Podparasha. Podparasha is not in the game by default, so I don't know what you're supposed to do with that. Because I don't think that's been translated in these rules. This is the magazine freebie edition card. This card is not included in the packages. A freebie that comes with the July issue of blah 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 blah. You will not drop out until the end of the game. Add this to the basic cards as you please. Okay, so Podparasha is probably similar, where you just add it if you want to. And she has a different rule. If this card is in the hand of any player within the game, and this is the player's... Okay, so that's one card, one card, one card, one card. Okay. So there will be... Let's count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 5, 14. 15, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. So there's going to be 21 cards in the deck. That's what it sounds like. Is that true? That can't be true, though. Is that true? Wait, you also have blank game cards, though. What is the blanks for? Wait. Gameplay time 5. 5 what? 5 hours? 5 minutes? 5 what? What's 5? Number of players, 2 to 5. Okay. Shuffle the 16 basic cards and lay them in one pile, facing downwards. This is the deck. Draw one card from the top without looking at it, put it to one side. The card will not be used if there are only 2 players. Draw another 3 cards at the top deck and place them facing upwards next to the deck. You can use these cards to aid your guessing during the game. Only each player draws from the deck as their hand. Make sure not to show your hand to the other players. Lastly, pick a player to start the game. Okay. Well, let's think this through here. Did I count this right? What did I say there was? 21? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then you don't need that one in there. So technically there could be 20. But this game says 16 basic cards. And it also makes no mention of the blank card and what you're supposed to use with that. The game has 10 Phosphophyllite cards. 10? I counted. It told me 5 and then said there was another one. I guess you would get 5 of those. Wait, 4 advertisers cards with Hollow Scatter. Wait. Alexandrite. All this stuff. Is this a Blue Archive song? What is this? Okay. And then there's also different Phosphophyllite. 2 special cards were released separately. Phosphophyllite 1, aka different Phosphophyllite, and Padparasha. The first one was released as a special gift. The second one had 300 copies raffled on Twitter for Padparasha. What does Padparasha do? Kono kado wa dasu koto ga dekinai. So this card cannot be discarded. Is that what that means? I think that's what that means. Let's throw my trusty translator here. Oh, this card cannot be played, which I guess would be the same thing, right? Can't be discarded because from what I understand the rules of this game, you play it by discarding cards. So okay, so she cannot be played, meaning you're stuck with her if she's in your hand. Okay. Interesting rule that we got going on with that. And this one, her thing, I think this one was translated here. You will not drop out until the end of the game. That's her rule for that special one. My whole thing is I don't exactly understand how many cards you're supposed to put. This is telling me the number that you're supposed to have, but then it also says that they don't, some of them, the number that it says should be in the deck doesn't match up. This is basic cards. Okay, this is the basic game cards. And so there's supposed to be 16 of those. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5 of those, so that's 16. Oh, and then these are additional cards. Okay, so you get these 16 basic cards are supposed to be in there for all the games. The additional cards you can add in to add more to the game is what that sounds like. What does the blank game cards do? I can't search, so it won't let me, because this is an image. What do the blank cards do? Because we got 4 additional cards, and then this one is the freebie, magazine freebie additional card. This card is not included in this package. It's a freebie. Comes with the July issue. And then Patprasha came later. Okay, so essentially we need 16 cards in the base game, and then these other cards in there by default. Do we need them, though? Hold on. First, let me open the lobby again. I feel like creating the deck is a little annoying at this point. Maybe I should just start off by adding each card individually. I don't know if that's going to be bad, though. I don't know if there's a difference. Land, or tabletop. Should I add cards as a deck or one at a time? Pack as many cards as you can into each template to save on RAM usage. Okay, so I could have one template for the basic deck, and then one template for the additional cards. Okay. The blank parts of the templates eats up. I mean, that's true, but card templates. All right, sounds like I got to open up Photoshop to do any of this, apparently, because that one deck builder program is not working, so... Oh, wait. I found the link to the NAND deck thing. Hold on, wait. I think Photoshop is still opening, too. NAND deck. Definitely look at the NAND deck. The website may look somewhat on the schedule side, but it's super powerful for creating custom cards and prototyping tabletop designs. Take an input from a spreadsheet and automate the creation of cards for you. Take a look at this tutorial. I don't care about that. Do I have to download this to have it work, or is it just right on the website? How do I download this? No, I don't want to join your Discord server for NAND deck. Just how do I use NAND deck? Here we go. Future downloads. Oh, is this just downloading? Oh my god, it's just downloading. Oh my god, we're getting a virus right now. In real time. I'm ready for it. Okay, we have NAND deck. Open this. Extract here. Where is it? Where'd it go? Here we go. NAND deck. Nah, take your fucking time, Windows. I didn't need anything. Alright, NAND deck. Oh my god, what the hell is all this? Hint, as a start, you can enter all card data into a spreadsheet. One row for card. Okay. One row for each card, one column for each data. Save it and drag that file here. Well... I appreciate your hint, but also it just looks like I could just write something right now. How would I write something, though? This is so... Hold on. New deck. Do you want to save changes? No. Well, that doesn't help. Wizard. We got a wizard here, Harry. We got a wizard. Okay. Page DPI. I guess this is all fine. We'll go for rounded. The cards are like rounded. Actually, are they? Or square. We can make them rounded, I guess, in our version. The only one that's not the scan... I mean, they look kind of shittier here, but that's because I have them open in the Windows thing with WebP. I could also just open them in Chrome. And they'll look better. These are all scans of them, though, so they're going to look slightly lower quality. The only one that's different from all of them... Actually, can I, like... Open with default... Always Google Chrome. The only one that's different is Yellow Diamond. Do I actually not have a download of Yellow Diamond? I actually don't have a download of Yellow Diamond. Why not? Why don't I have Yellow Diamond? Is she just on my desktop? She was on my desktop somewhere else. We have 18 cards to deal with, actually. We have 18 cards. I found her. Well, I guess that makes it easier. Just... I can do 2 9x9 rows, or I can do, 3 6... 3x6... 6x3 rows? However you would say it. Something like that. Probably 6x3 is what we want. Actually, no, that's not even true. We don't even want it set up like that. We want it set up precisely in the way that we need it to for the basic deck, and then one of each for the additional cards. So for the blank card, we haven't been explaining what you use the blank card for. The blank card literally says nothing. I don't know if the purpose of it is supposed to be for people to make their own kind of cards, or if it's supposed to just be a waste card that doesn't do anything. It doesn't say in the rulebook if you're supposed to put them in. The blank cards weren't listed. So I don't know what to do with that. Let's see if it says anything here. I'm assuming the blank card is just like a Joker card or whatever, and then you don't need it, probably. I can only assume that, because it's not listed in the rulebook at all. So let's assume we don't actually need the blank card. Let's assume that. Let's make that assumption. Okay. In that case, with Nandek, wait, link to data file, but I'm gonna need it for each thing. Confirm plus visual. Oh. Oh. Oh ho ho. Naruhodo. Okay, chat. Let's fucking kill him. Let's kill him with hammers. Let me select the image. Modify object. It won't let me do it. It's just not gonna do it. It's just gonna fuck with me here. Alright, fuck all this shit. We're done with that, I think. Fuck all of that. Tabletop simulator. Deck builder. Broken. But, I mean, the other programs seem to work. The Nandex thing seemed complicated, though. Tabletop simulator. Deck builder program. Same importing one card at a time. You combine the images into a collage and import them as a deck. 70 card. Okay. All right. We're just going to do that then. Fuck it. I don't care. We're opening up Photoshop. We're doing it like that. I tried using the default tabletop sim thing and it just said, fuck you. We don't work today. So we're not doing that. We're just going to use the cards template they gave us and make it work. This is what we got to work with here. This is what we got to do. Where's my Land of Lustrous cards? Did I close it? No, it's right here. Okay. The back of the deck has to be included, right? Or does it? View objects. Components. Cards. Custom deck. Unique backs. No, we don't do unique backs. But the face is going to be the image. The back, we will give it a specific thing. Okay. It's not going to find it. It's really not going to find it because it's a WebP. All right, well, first things first, we're going to convert all of our WebPs. Actually, before I even bother with that, let's see if Photoshop will accept me dragging those cards in. Okay, oh no, it's right here. So we got phosphofolate. So parts of her are going to have to get cut off for this. Okay, so that's phosphofolate. We're going to need 5 of her. Paste. Well, now that's a problem. Well, we could put her underneath it, right? This one underneath that one, then put it over here. Right? Something like that. And then paste, drag down. Cool. And then we need another one. Good, right? She's got to be dragged under that one. And that's good. Okay. That's the phosphofolates. Well, now we do one of everything else, right? Yeah, one of everything else. So red barrel. You're going to be about the same size. And you also be underneath. Okay, cool. Next. Alexandrite. Put you under red barrel. Okay. And then over here. All right. Amethyst. Surprisingly, you only put in one of these, even though there's 2 of them. I mean, they're both on the card, but still. I would have expected there to be 2 amethysts that you put in, but apparently you don't. What do I know? Okay. Morganite. Okay. Zircon. Stretch big, and then put you to the end. And then you're good. All right. Right? Yeah, that's all fine, right? I guess I could move that a smidge, and then that's fine. Okay. Again, though, Seems like we're using up a lot of space on this, though. Or we have a lot of blank space on this. It seems like. What did this say? Take the cards from the deck, and you can copy them and rearrange them into custom decks. Did I have to put in 5 phosphophyll lights, or did it not matter? Save those as a saved object in your place while access them. Make sure permissions are enabled. Okay. Because I'm just trying to think if I had to add all the additional ones here too. I mean, I guess I can, and maybe I'll just be able to edit it later. We'll try that. Alright, so now we have Jade. Let's add in a Jade. Apparently I got a friend request in the middle of this on Steam. Thank you for that. Alright, so Jade is there. Next, we got Euclise. Oh, also these things have to be added underneath all of those. Actually, I could put them all in a folder for, like, the top row. Oh yeah, and then that should just line up, right? Line up with, like, the top ones. Sort of. Oh, that's fine. Okay, Euclise is good. Root tile. Has to be under Euclise. And that's good. Right? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I hope they didn't have to be within the black bar. I mean, even if they did, who fucking cares? It's like... It'll be fine. The only one that's gonna look wonky is Yellow Diamond. Yellow Diamond doesn't look anything like them when you put her in. She seems like she was the only one who was not scanned in. All these others, you can tell, all these cards are supposed to have holo scatters on them. That's what all these are. But, like, Yellow Diamond just looks like this. Also, I don't know where you're supposed to add her in, but I guess I could just put her in towards the end. Sensei. Kongo. I still can't believe his name is literally Congo, and the fan translators just named him Adamant, even though that was not his name. Although Cinnabar's thing made sense, though. This is supposed to be like that, right? What is this? Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. Hold on, let me put that back. You're fine, you're fine. Okay. Sensei's good. Diamond. Diamond's an additional card, but we'll put her in here for now anyways, just to see how it looks once you put it in Tabletop Sim. It probably will let me adjust it afterwards. But if not, we can just remove them from here. Hold on, wait. Put you up here. Put you up here like that. Shrink it down to that. Move you to the right like that. And then you're good. And then move you under Diamond. Alright, cool. Cinnabar. Oh yeah, these are all numbers, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So this is supposed to be 6, actually. But I'm too lazy to shift them all, so... Actually, no, it actually wouldn't be that bad because it's just one card. We could put Cinnabar under 6. Or under, yeah. This, well, technically the 10th card because we have 4 phosphophyllates, but we'll deal with that later. guess we put her in like that. Something's getting cut off from her, but it'll just be like edges, who cares? Okay. And then the rest of these we could just shift. Oh, sorry, we don't need to move. And talk to, wait, why? Oh, yeah, because Zircon's going to be a part of their group. Zircon. Okay, so we shift all of these guys down. Boom. And then Zircon goes there. Alright, then Cinnabar. Shrink you down. Move you here. Okay. And then Mofu Mofu. Under Cinnabar. Why is there two different sizes I was trying to match up with there? Somebody fucked up? Ah. You are fucked up slightly. Now you're good. Now you go up. Okay. Mofu Mofu. Okay. Alright, and then technically there's a blank card. I don't know if it matters, but technically speaking, there's a blank card. And then the back card I have to convert, because right now it's a WebP. Okay. 1 second. Model deck.psd. Export. Okay, let's see what happens when I export this and try to import. The moment of truth here. The moment of truth. Desktop. Lottle cards. Or Lottle deck. Alright, I finished dealing with the thing I had to deal with. We're back. My camera's not, apparently, though. There you are. Hi. Okay, let's see if this works. If we put that in, and we set the... Oh, the card back we have to convert. But let's see what happens if we don't do a card back at first. Right? Oh, number. Number of cards in the deck. Oh, that makes so much sense. Oh, okay, so we could just... We didn't have to use the full template, so we could always adjust it afterwards. But let's see how it looks by default when we do this. We go to like 21. There's like 21 of them. And this goes to 70, so yes. Back is hidden. Instead of using the last slot on face image for the hidden card, the back image will be used. Oh, interesting. If I could do that, well, let's import that then. Oh, this is number of card slots, but if we're doing how wide is your deck, default is 10. The deck is set to that, so I guess that'll be fine. What am I doing? Wait. 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 This? Yeah. There we go. Okay, here's the question. The number of cards in the deck, 6 to 29. The last card slot is used for the hidden card. Does that mean if I use the template, but move the card back to 22, and I say there are 22 cards, does that mean it will work? I guess there's only one way to find out. We'll do it like that. Right? Oh, you can make it a little bigger. Yes, replace it. And it re-import it. Set it to local for now to make sure this works. And then back is hidden. Okay. And it will say there's 22 cards now because of that. Import. Really? What? What is the point of this? Instead of using the last slot on face image for the hidden card, the back image will be used. Oh, I'm sorry. I understand now. The hidden card just refers to when it's in the hidden box. So we do have to convert the file still. Okay. So Photoshop, we'll just open up that one card. And then we'll just convert it. Yeah, I'll just convert it like that. Yeah, I guess that works. And then we just select it from here, right? Local. And import. Boom. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my god, that's a phospholite. That's a phos. Oh my god, can you look at that? Okay, so we have the deck. Components, cards. We have to save a custom deck? Or, hold on, wait. This. Reset. Okay, that puts them all back. Can I save this deck by itself? Custom lets me customize it more. Okay. Sideways? Is your deck sideways? No. Okay. So everything is fine with those so far. Okay, we're trying to see if we can get this to... I don't need to make the image quality better. I mean, technically we can, but we can adjust that later, I guess. The one thing I'm trying to address is the back of the card is here. This right here. That's not supposed to be here. Okay, when it's hidden in my hand, to other players, it will look like the face down thing, right? Or it should. Okay. The blank card, I guess we also don't need. Oh, now the deck is gone, essentially. Is there no way to reset it fully? Have to reset all the cards, right? Wait, hold on. Components, cards, custom deck. Select them all again. Face cards. Local. Each card have a different back? No, that's fine. The back will be this image, local. The width will be those. Number of cards we will have, we'll ignore those two. So it'll actually only be 20 cards. And the back is hidden. Instead of using the last slot on face image for the hidden card, the back image will be used. Okay, so we don't even need to worry about the last image thing. So then we import, and it will be 20 cards, right? Those are 20 cards. Okay. Focus, 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 and then another focus, and then you. Just to make sure. Okay. Now, the other thing. We have to add in the bonus fos and the Podparasha. And then we can later on work on fixing their, like, image quality, but making them bigger, and then the text on them afterwards. That's more not like coding things, though. I need to get those additional cards into the deck, though. Oh, hold on, wait. Let me wait. I forgot to turn back on my camera. Hello. Camera's back. Everything's working on my scenes. Okay. So we don't need them like this, I don't think. We can make it bigger. But this template can be used to, like, increase it. So I guess we can do this now, then. Does this image have to be the size? Probably not, though. It probably doesn't. So, like, we can make the template bigger. Make the canvas size. Because right now it's just a square. I don't think it has to be a square. So, like, the other image was not a square. Okay. Alright, so let's say we just need 3 rows. Well, maybe more rows, but we only have this much, and we're going to add 2 more cards in. Both of which I don't have saved there, apparently, for whatever reason. Oh, wait, you know what? They're probably on my desktop. They're probably just chilling on my desktop somewhere. Oh, wait, did the thing finish? Oh my god, it finished. Wait, let's check this real quick. Completed. Read chapters, volumes, okay. Cool. So no matter what, we're just going to say the number of chapters that we found on Mal. I'll just assume that that's how many they read. Can't do much about the other ones, but for completed, I can mark those. All right, so I think this is ready to send to that person. So let me send this to that person. And then I'll have to also send them the list of the ones it did not import and tell them that they will unfortunately have to go through and manually add those in if they really want those in. Because there's literally nothing I can do about those ones. Okay, so that's cool. That's one project done at least. Okay. Copy, put into here, rename to this thing, and then I could send them both text files. And then the converted failed. The analyst fails. Where'd it go? Okay, it's gonna look like this. So it's just a text file. Okay, that's fine. Alright, then I can put all these in a thing for them. Where is my Google Drive? Did I unpin Google Drive? Paste. Okay, here it is, actually. Anitransfer. The tiny fries? Yeah, tiny fries, okay. And once that's done syncing, I can send that to them. Share with Google Drive. Don't show the link on stream, please. Copy link. Cool. All right, now I can send this to them, and then I can finish working on the Land of the Lustrous thing. Okay. We have to open up the AniList DMs. I bet you guys didn't even know you could DM people on AniList. Well, that's how I get most of my communication on there. There's 2 people doing that. Let me send that over, and then we are all done with that, I believe. And then I can continue working on this thing. Tiny Fries. Where are you? Tiny Fries. Come on, Tiny Fries. Here you are. Sent you a message. Okay. Hey there. Think I just... okay. Just finished processing through your list. Here's your converted file. Along with text files specifying which ones it could not import. It couldn't import. For many of those, they might be there on any list. However, you will have to add those ones in yourself for reasons because they fail during the import process. Some didn't. Any list will also tell you the same thing. Okay. Let me know if this works and if you notice any problems or if you have any questions. Boom. And then it's in. And done. Boom. All set. We finished that. All set. All right, back to this. Back to this thing. Okay. So we have these cards. I have to get the Podparasha and the other Fossilify card, which might be on my desktop. They are on my desktop, actually. Okay. That's these ones. So we can add those onto this. These cards honestly don't even need to be on there. Oh, fuck, what did I just do? What did I just do? These 2 don't need to be on there. We're going to delete those. If we need to add them later, we can. But for now, let's add these things on. This fucking Fos right here. Come on. Okay. Why is this like that? There we go. And then you, Podparasha. Actually, wait. Hold on. Okay. And then Podparasha. Why are you going up more? You should not have to go up more. There you go. Okay, and then... and right there. That should be good. Okay. I can move this over here. Save, replace. And then we can delete these. Import. Objects, components, cards, deck. Browse. Get the deck. Model deck. Local. Get the back. Back of card. Local. We will say 22 cards now. Because we do, in fact, have 22. Mark the back as the hidden. And import. Okay. And this should be the deck. Boom. That's a Cinnabar right there. That right there is a Cinnabar. Alright, so we have that imported in. Let me make sure I sent the right link. Oh. Okay. Alright, I might... Now I got the cards imported. I might take a break for a bit. I might be back later on, probably. I'm going to be eating soon. So I think we're probably going to leave it at that for now. I got the cards working. Now I got to look into how we want it to work. I mean, the bottom parts are still kind of weird at times. But I don't think most people would mind. Because if the edges are like that, I don't think people will mind. You know, there's like white lines at the bottom of some of them. I don't think people would mind too much. But if I'm going to be adding some scripting things to this, then I gotta look into how that works. And also how I save this as a thing. Alright, anyways, I think we're probably gonna... Oh, where's my camera on here? Alright, I think we're gonna wrap it up for now. I might be back on streaming later, but for right now, we'll just stop this for now. Take a break, and I might be back on maybe in like 2 hours or so. I'll let you know. See you, gamers. Stay safe.